Shalom. My name is Olivier Melnick, and a questioner has asked of me which Jewish festival, which Jewish holiday I like the best on the Jewish calendar. And it's a hard question because I like them all. They all have a special meaning, a special purpose, and they all, of course, according to Leviticus 23, are connected to an event, a special event on the redemptive career of the Messiah. But the one that I have grown to like particularly, that actually is not part of the Levitical feast, is the Feast of Hanukkah. I did not grow up celebrating the Feast of Hanukkah, but I learned to appreciate it over the years since I've been a believer for the last 40 years, a Jewish believer for the last 40 years. And Hanukkah means dedication. This is a feast of dedication, or the Festival of Lights, that started about the 2nd century BC as a result of the revolt, the Maccabean revolt against Antiochus Epiphanes. He was the leader of one of the 4 regions that were split from Alexander the Great's kingdom. When he died, he didn't have any sons, so he split his kingdom between 4 generals, and the Seleucids ended up taken over after a while and fighting one or the other area. The Ptolemies and the Seleucids were fighting. Israel was in the middle, and the Seleucids had their leader Antiochus Epiphanes, which actually is a type of the Antichrist. We read about him in Daniel 8, Daniel 11, and we get the idea of the Feast of Hanukkah somewhat from Daniel, but also from the book of Maccabees. There are 4 Maccabees, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1st, 2nd, and 4th Maccabees have details about the Feast of Hanukkah. Now, they're not, the books are not inspired like the rest of our Bible, but they're great for historical details. We also learn about Hanukkah in the writings of Josephus. So the book of Daniel, the book of Maccabees, and Josephus. And there's one more source that I will tell you about in a couple of minutes. But what I like about Hanukkah is that as the Jewish people rededicated the temple, the story goes that there was only enough oil to restart the menorah, the 7-branch menorah that's in the temple, for one day. And they had to make more oil, and because they didn't have enough. They only enough for one day, so they put the oil for one day, and the story tells us that it lasted for 8 days. And this is why we have an 8-branch menorah known as a Hanukkah. And this 8-branch menorah is one higher than the others, or set aside, and 8 others. And those candles are quite interesting, because what we do is we take the middle candle at Hanukkah on the first night, we light it. This is known as the shamash, the servant candle. And with the servant candle, we bring light to the others. First night of Hanukkah, then we put 2, we light the next night, we light the shamash again, we light the 2 candles for the 2 nights, then we put them again, new candles, we let them all go all the way down, and then we light each candle each night of the 8 nights, always starting with the one that's either in the center or in the front or on the side, more prominent than the others, known as the shamash, the servant. So I don't want you to miss the symbolism. Is the servant comes to light and bring light in the darkness to all the others. And I find a parallel with Yeshua, who came to serve and to take us all out of darkness. Now, this is a beautiful parallel here. And what I really like about Hanukkah is, most people don't know that, is the fact that actually Yeshua, believe it or not, Yeshua practiced and celebrated Hanukkah. How do I know that? I know it because in the book of John, let me get the reference here so I can read it. John 10, 22 and 23. Yeshua celebrated the Feast of Dedication in John 10, 22, 23. Listen to this, and I quote, "At that time, the Feast of Dedication took place at Jerusalem. It was winter, and Yeshua was walking in the temple in the portico of Solomon." So there you have Jesus, Yeshua, celebrating Hanukkah, the festival of lights. And it's a beautiful time where we exchange, in modern days, we exchange gifts, we light the candles, we eat fried food because it's the oil, the miracle of the oil. But more than anything, it's the miracle of Yeshua coming to bring light to the world. He is the light of the world, as he told us himself in the scriptures. And he came as a servant. And here we have again the shamash, the servant candle, bringing light to all the others. So this is, in a very small nutshell, why I like the Feast of Hanukkah. And as we say to one another at this time of Hanukkah, we say Chag Sameach, or Happy Holidays. Shalom.